Yo, what up, YouTube? It's Rock. And let me holler at you real quick. Don't be bitter. Be better. Ain't no point in being mad about something if you're not going to change anything. You just mad for the sake of being mad. And that's not going to help you. Understand that if you stay in that pit of bitterness, that pit of despair, you'll never get better. And that person or that time period of your life, whoever hurt you, whoever did you wrong, they will always have power and control over you. The best type of control is self-control. No one can gaslight you. No one can manipulate you. No one can place their hand and play you like a puppet master. Because understand that you know what it is up front. When someone comes into your life, when you secure with yourself, when you focus on becoming better and focus on becoming more intelligent, more smarter, more wiser, when you're moving in the way of wisdom, you know what the game is before they even open their mouth. Because you've been down this road before. You played the game before. And some games aren't even worth playing. So understand that you're protecting yourself. So remember, when you stay in that bitterness, only person that's feeling that is you. When you worried about what somebody else is doing and you're like, dang, they did this to me. They got the car, they got the house, they got the promotion, they got the family. Everything that person did to you that was wrong, and you should be angry. But we have to move past it. But everything that they moved on and got, you can have for yourself. But you'll never have that if you stay in that pit of bitterness, if you stay in that wavelength of bitterness. They have control over you without them even knowing it. They still have power over you. They could come back into your life and do whatever they want and set up shop within your head because you gave them the power. As long as you're still thinking about them, they still have power over you. They have the ways of planting an idea in your head and basically putting you in a position wherever they want to. So understand that everything that they have that you think they don't deserve because they did you wrong, life don't work that way. Bad people, whether you're bad or good, people can still be rewarded. So understand that it's only real to you. What they did to you is only real to you because everyone is moving on. You still stand in that spot. So it's only real to you, which it happened. But understand, how long are we gonna play this? How long are we gonna spin the broken record and play the same song and dance over and over again? It happened. We acknowledge it, but what do we do moving forward? Where do we go from here? That's what we need to be thinking about. That's what we need to be focused on. Not sitting in despair and feeling this. We have to come out of this. We have to prosper from this. That's what it's all about. So understand it. Don't be bitter. Be better. Yes, if something happened, it happened. And it doesn't mean that your feelings aren't valid or you deserve any less for what happened. And you shouldn't, even if you're the victim of these unforeseen circumstances. But now, how do we protect ourselves moving forward? A lot of times people sit in that and they never trust anyone again. Or they deny themselves of any feeling type of emotion again. But what type of life is that? What type of life is basically looking over your shoulder, thinking everyone's out to get you? Even if that's true, how can you perform to your best ability if you're constantly looking over your shoulder? You don't even know who the real threat is because you think everyone's a threat. Now you blocking your own blessing. Now if someone's trying to get opportunity, you assume they're a threat because of your past, because you haven't gotten over your past. So you assume that any person that comes to your life is automatically a threat. You're on fight or flight mode. You're on self-defense mode at all times. Now you just kick someone out of your kingdom that wanted to add to it. Someone wanted to add building your foundation. And they wanted to build something bountiful, something with abundance, something with love, but you kicked them out. You can't build a house on your own. When you see construction, everyone has their designated role. This person does this person does that. When you're on the assembly line or you're building something, everybody got their role. How are you going to do that on your own? Eventually, you're going to have your hands out for help. And it doesn't make you weak. It takes courage to say, hey, I need help. I need assistance. But if you're bitter, you're prideful, you're spiteful, you'll never ask for it. And you'll fall. And the only one-up you get is you failed on your own. You can look at yourself and say, oh, well, I failed on my own. When you could have won with a team. You failed on your own, but you could have won with your team. There's no pride taken in failing. You could have won with a team. So understand, my friend, don't allow your bitterness to cost you opportunities, cost you friends, family, whatever it is. It's only going to lead you into self-destruction. And you'll have no one to blame on your own. But because you're bitter, you're thinking, oh, it's their fault, it's their fault. They already moved on. That was days ago, months ago, years ago. And you're saying, oh, well, because of this, Oh, that happened because of this. That happened. No, that already happened. That was over with and done with. You can't use the reason you self-destructed on what they did. They not even in your life anymore. They're not even causing chaos in your life anymore. The only chaos is self-inflicted, but that doesn't have to happen to you. Once you let go, you'll be free. Once you allow that weight to be off of your shoulders and you say, I'm free. Whatever happened, we acknowledge it happened. We can say, but I'm free now. That sadness, that despair, that pain, that anger, that vengeance that I wanted is no longer a part of me anymore. It's no longer in my heart anymore. Their handprints are not on my spirit, my soul anymore. They're not disrupting my peace anymore. Then you're free. Then you can let go. You're giving yourself the not guilty verdict to yourself. You're the judge, and you're hitting the gavel down saying not guilty to yourself. So remember, don't be bitter, be better. Because when you allow yourself to be overcome by bitterness, it'll affect every aspect of your life. And you'll never prosper. And you'll never progress. But hey, it's Ra. Like, comment, subscribe. Like if you're new, I love you, family. Be growing, family. Woo woo. And you got this, homie. It's already yours.